This is Justin Scoop on Monday, December 1st, 2025. And I took last week off because I've had some sort of ailment just about every day since last week. So let's jump back in to see what happened. Okay. Yeah, after my last video on the 21st, we just made a bunch of bowl candles. That's pretty much all that happened. We very quickly took out this big candle, which was just like this big bear candle. It took us like, what is this, 8 days, 9 days to take out that candle last time. It took three. So was not expecting that. Um, yeah, we ran up, uh, got right back into the midline. We were kind of just sitting around the midline of this really big uptrend channel. Uh, and still just we barely got into the bottom edge of the channel, didn't quite get there, and then bounced. Um, Yeah. So we're just going to see, can we hang out here for a couple days? Are we going to continue to break out? All-time high is not far above. I said that on this day. We'll probably just go straight there. I don't know that that's going to happen. We almost actually made a bear candle today. Uh, by 33 cents. By 33 cents, today was not a bear candle. Crazy. All right. So a few things just looking at today. Well, a little bit of yesterday. So you can see the high today was a little bit below yesterday. So I'm going to frame that up in a sec. Actually, let's go ahead and do that now because I think it's relevant to Friday. So one thing that happened Friday is we were doing this kind of thing where we were just running up, and Friday was a short day. Um, ran up, very quickly dropped. I think I was in a position on that drop, and I was looking, noticing, hey, we got into that price range twice Friday, and then we broke out. But then today we gapped down and opened up here. Um, and then once we really got going today, was seeing, hey, we're kind of getting close to that area again. What if we get some sort of a breakdown like this? And so I was in bearish and I got to ride through some of this, which was phenomenal. That was really cool just to be in the position. But kind of framing up today. So we had some highs here, relative highs. If I can draw straight, I practice at drawing a straight line. Okay, pretty good. Uh, low, higher low, higher low, higher low. This is more of like, hey, this looks like a double top. We should break down. Nope, that didn't break down. And then we bounced, and then we came right back into that. And so you kind of see this consolidation here, where then we broke out, looked like we're double topping. Nope, that's not going to break down. We continue to run up and run up, taking out this high, and we kind of do it again. So we pull back a little bit, continue to run up. I just felt like the Bulls were not sustaining. Like they did absolutely get things going. Some big bull candles down here earlier in the day, but then pretty much the Bears came in and the Bulls gave a bunch of that back up. Overall, we were consolidating. Like all day, we were consolidating, and so this is one really really big wedge. And so we weren't quite at like the apex. I could draw this cleaner, but we weren't quite at the apex. Like we could have pushed up. And I was thinking, well, do I wait till we get way up here? That price? It's like, no, we sold off nicely here and here on Friday. This looks like the right place. And so I'll show you the option that worked for this. And then I tried to re-enter on a retest, and then that just didn't collapse. I was hoping for a low of the day break, get back down here around 6,800, put in a bear candle actually. Didn't do any of that. So that didn't work. But yeah, this was the great time to be selling or to be buying puts, which is what I was in. So let's go look at first. Okay, so let me zoom back out on this. And this, I've got this zoomed in on the 6850 call, but it really doesn't look quite right here. So I'm going to zoom out on that in a sec. But I want to redraw this kind of wedge shape, okay? And you kind of get some similar high lower highs and then come on, some lower lows, and then it gets steeper here and really compresses down into this. And so that was a great compression right in here as it's doing this. And then I'm going to zoom out and show you what's actually happening at the same time on the call. And so if I zoom out on the call, it's like, oh, wow, that's really obvious that, and it's the more I zoom in, it's not as obvious, right? You see it here, right? Not as much here, not as much here. Do you see it? I hope you see it. I want to go back to this. And we'll get rid of some of this. We'll just look at Friday today. That's good enough. Okay. All we did here was consolidate. Come on. We had a really nice symmetric triangle. So we've got a wedge here, wedge here. We've got downtrend. It's more of a down channel, and then some compression through here. And then we have a symmetric triangle over here. All that put together tells me, hey, something big is about to happen. Either we're going to go this way or we're going to go this way. And I don't want to be in it if we're going this way with a call. I want to be in it if we're going this way with a put. And that pretty much worked. So I bought, I'm on my other screen, the 68.25 put, this one on the screen here. And I bought that at 12.52 was when I was filled. So 12.52. It's like right here. Did I get the, okay, I got filled at $1 and the low is 0.97. That's pretty good. 12.51 candle. I was filled on the low candle. Nice. And then I put another low of 0.97. My target was 6. So I was looking for a $500 gain per contract. And so I got out at 6 on this candle at 1:19 Central Time. So I was filled in this candle. And obviously now I could have just let that run. I came up almost to this high and this candle, and then made it back up there at the end of the day, or just before the end of the day. Um, but I don't like to trade the same option twice. So I wasn't back into this, but this looks phenomenal for another sort of channel here, right? That looks, that one's not quite the same. That looks really good for a nice little consolidation channel. And it's really, I mean, it's putting in some lower lows, lower highs that are more or less fitting a channel framework. Uh, we do come back into this previous level around 4, where we ran into some resistance here. That just makes sense. It's a really nice S curve. I like that. Okay. So that was a really nice trade and didn't quite get the low. I didn't get a fill at 0.97. That would have been amazing. No, I got filled at 1. And then my exit was at 6. And that filled that candle. I should have gone for 11. A lot of times on these, I just set it out for $1,000 gain per contract, and I did not on this one. Just did $500 gain, which was still great to have that. I just didn't think it would run, and then this continued to run. I was looking for some other levels through this. Let me see if I can pull over my other charts. Because I don't remember which chart I had things drawn on. There it is. Okay, so I got another SPX chart. And just looking at things today. Let me get this moved over. So I was trying to connect the highs. So I got this high and then kind of this one, and then we poked barely through, and then didn't quite get there here. And then I just did the low here. It connected with this low, kind of pushed through there. And then with the midline, it kind of matched up with over here towards the open. And then as we were breaking down, it lined up pretty nicely here and then completely collapsed down to the bottom edge. And then I was looking for some rollover from yesterday's low. and we didn't get a bigger push down. I was looking for a push here to go straight into the 50% retracement here. We chopped, so this is where we did that kind of consolidation. I'm gonna draw it like that. I'm taking out the wicks, but more or less like that. Some S curve, and we almost got into it here. I was in another bear trade and with SPY, and because I was looking for that one, I actually got out for just about break even on because I was in bearish somewhere here, but the way the options moved, it moved all the way down here. I was up another 500 or so, and then it completely retraced. And it's like, and then I held through after hours, and it moved a little bit, but I was able to basically get out for about break even. But I was holding for that last little bit for it to push into this, and I would have been up 600, I think was what I was looking for in that one, right before the close and right before I take into a meeting. So I'm like managing this into a meeting, which I don't like doing, but I'll do when it's like, well, there's a chance it could work out. But that was SPY. That was SPY. So that was 244. I was in a trade. Yeah, so 244. During this candle, I got into the 6,800. No, the 680. Excuse me. We're looking at SPY. The 680 put, and we ran all the way down here. It was quite a bit in the money, and I just had my target a little further out, looking for just a flush into the close, which we did really get a pretty good flush. I mean, we went all this way, S curved, uh, and I was in, I think on one of these candles here, bearish. So it's like I was reading the market really well. We were into these upper wicks. It's like this should go down, and the option, the 6,800, I keep saying this, the 680, the 680 strike was 7 cents, 8 cents. It's like, yeah, we're going down there for sure. All we have to do is take out these lows, which it's like we're holding these upper wicks. It's like these lower wicks are gonna break. Like we got to break. And so we did, and then I could not move my target fast enough to get out when that candle came in. And it's like, no, just roll back down. It didn't do that. So about break even on that one. Um, and then I was in another trade where I wanted that. What was it now? Where I wanted this to roll over sooner, and it just didn't. It chopped around, and so I lost on that one. So overall, up in the day. Playing bearish because this was a bearish gap and go. We took out yesterday's low. We opened below yesterday's bullish candle, below yesterday's bullish candle, Friday's bullish candle. And I think we have a little more either consolidation or a little more of a pullback. I'm hoping for at least a bear candle here tomorrow. Okay. And I am all talked out. So sorry about that, but I'm going to leave it here. This helps. This is Justin. Thanks.